The next selector we'll take a look at is the descendant selector, which we write using a space. So in this case, we have li space and then a. And this is going to select all anchor tags that are nested or are descendants of an li. So they descend from, they're somewhere nested inside of an li. It's a long way of saying that. So that space is very important. It's very different than a comma. A comma is li's and anchor tags. A space is anchor tags inside of li's. So no li's will be styled in this example. Only anchor tags if they're nested inside of an li. So over here, on our example, we have a couple different things that we could play around with. I've got this anchor tag right here. Each one of these is inside of a span, and I might want to make it the same color of this, whatever that light bluish green color is, but I don't want to style all anchor tags. If I style all anchor tags, I mean, we know what happens, but I'm just going to find that color. I believe it's this color right here. And if I select all anchor tags, or just A, and then set color to be that, we end up with every anchor tag, and maybe, actually that's not the color I wanted. Whoopsies. I want this blue color here. All right, but maybe we do want every link and every anchor tag to be the same color, but maybe not. Maybe I just want these to be that color, and then I want these to be a different color. I can do that in a bunch of different ways. You know, I could give a class to each one of these. I could give a class to this down here, but I'll show some examples using the descendant selector. So instead of just saying all anchor tags, I could say anchor tags inside of a span. Now that's still kind of generic, and I might have other spans on my page with anchor tags inside that aren't these, I don't know what you would call these, posted by little bylines, posted by not funny, posted by Gooner for life. But you can see that only those anchor tags in a span got that color. The other anchor tags are unchanged. So I could repeat that, but do it in a slightly different way. I could actually make this even more specific if I wanted to. I could say, if you look at my markup, it's an anchor tag right here. Where are you? Inside of a span, inside of a section. So I can actually repeat this stuff. If I go to my CSS and do something like section space span space A. Now I wouldn't recommend that necessarily. What I would do is something more like this. I might give every one of these posts, like this is a post right here, and this is a post right here, and this is a post right there. I might give that section a class. And the reason I would do this is it kind of represents a thing, right? And we might have styles we want to apply to each one of these. Eventually we'll learn how to do borders and add spacing and padding and margin, and we might want to, move these things around and space them out and just make them look nicer. So it would be nice just to have a class on each one. We'll just call it post or item, something like that. And now what I could do is combine what we've learned already, the class selector with the dot, and the space or descendant selector to do something like this, dot post space A. So all anchor tags inside of a single post, anything with a class of post. If I refresh, we shouldn't notice anything different. These are still the same color, that bluish light blue color, and these are unchanged. And if I wanted to style these specifically, they are nested inside of a whole bunch of stuff. They're inside of li's, inside of ul or aul, inside of a nav, inside of the footer. So if I wanted to make them a different color, maybe I want them to be red as well. Let's just grab that color from over here. I could come here and say any anchor tag inside of the footer, give it that color. So that space is very important, and I'm kind of just going on about it, but there you go. We get that red. I don't really like using the red down there, but it's a different color. So that's the descendant selector. It can be nested anywhere inside of a footer, and that's important to note because the next example I'm going to show you is not, or it behaves differently. So here we've got an anchor tag, and it's nested 1, 2, 3, 4 levels down from a footer. But it still is a descendant. Each one of these descends from a footer somewhere up the tree. So that's the descendant selector. It's very commonly used as well alongside the class selector, kind of like I just showed you here, dot something and then a space. This is pretty common because often you will have a class on something, but you don't need to apply a class to every single thing you want to style similarly. If we define this whole thing as a post, I could say the anchor tags inside of a post, the buttons inside of a post, instead of having to give each button a class as well, or each anchor tag a class. Sometimes it makes sense just to give the parent thing a class and use that as our reference. Anyway, that's Descendent.